Hello, happy day. I am here to share a little bit of a case study with you. This will be a case about hormone health in women. I had the privilege to work with a 30-something-year-old woman who came to us complaining of painful periods that also had a PMS component where she had more mood irritability as well as trouble sleeping and specifically pretty extreme breast tenderness. In addition, she was noticing that she was having some weight resistance in the last months to year and was trying to understand what was going on. She met with a GYN prior to coming with us, and her GYN offered her oral contraception, which is not an unusual offer when someone's having female hormone complaints, but she was a little unsatisfied with not having the opportunity to understand why she was having these symptoms. So when she came to us, the first thing that we did was a pretty in-depth history with, what is the story of her cycles, when did they start, have they been like her entire lifetime, and then understanding the components of food and stress. And accordingly, we kind of came up with a diagnostic plan where we looked at a specific set of hormones at a specific time in her cycle. Now, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone need to be in relative balance to each other for optimal health. And when I heard these set of symptoms, I knew that there was an imbalance in that system, but I needed to know exactly what was happening. Once we got the diagnostics back, we could see very clearly that her estrogen was quite high, her testosterone was quite high, but her progesterone was, at the postmenopausal level, honestly. And this is a 32-year-old woman. So we were able to put together a very specific treatment plan that included using something called DIM, diindyl methane, in addition to green tea extract, which helps that high testosterone. And then we compounded a bioidentical progesterone for her to take in certain parts of her cycle. And in doing this, she literally came back for a follow-up, one with diagnostics that looked perfect. So all of her hormones were now in complete balance. But more importantly, she described her outcomes as magical because she felt so different and so well and was no longer kind of fearing the onset of her period every month. And this was just an amazing case to be part of because it was such a kind of effective way to help someone feel a notable change in their quality of life. But it was also empowering for her because she could then know, what are the specific things that are happening with my body? How can I address that in a natural medicine way as much as possible, and avoid some of the downsides that oral contraception have associated with them? And oral contraception can be a fine choice, but it just was not one that she wanted to explore. So if you're out there and you are struggling with female hormone health problems, there are many ways to look at it that don't just include using oral contraception as a way to kind of block your symptoms. So reach out if you need help. We're happy to support you. Take care.